Well, Coach Ford, week 2 of the Mountain West season here. I mean, the team had an interesting week last week in Boise. Take us back through kind of how the team did.
Yeah, I mean, I think Friday night's game we battled and unfortunately didn't come out on top. Wasn't a game that we necessarily played bad. We just didn't get the clutch hit or the clutch, ground out when we needed it. Saturday we came out and had just an absolute offensive explosion, which was great. And played really well. And on Sunday, we actually had really great energy, just didn't get that clutch hit to kind of break the game open. Obviously pitching-wise, we had a little bit of a rougher day on Sunday, and Hannah bounced back great from Saturday's performance for Sunday to come back out and really, it was very effective for us. So lots of good things to build upon. We had a lot of kids go yard last weekend, and just excited to be back home.
I mean, you see someone like Paige or Kelly that we had home runs before last weekend, and they hit them solidly. Is that kind of nice to have those players get some confidence?
Yeah, absolutely. And being back at home, it's always very comfortable for us. So just looking forward to having those players continue pushing forward, and our normal kids that usually bang the ball, for them to step up and continue with that too.
And also with that, Brenna Moss had 3 stolen bases there in the finale there on Sunday. Talk about her on the base pass this year.
Yeah, Brenna is just a threat no matter where she is, defensively, offensively, on the bases. She's somebody that I thoroughly enjoy watching play this game. She's somebody that you always have to keep an eye on. I mean, every team that we play against, their comments to me after the game is like, "Gosh, Brenna Moss, like that kid's scary on the bases." And so she loves to run, and I love to watch her run. So it's a good combination.
A 1-run game the first day too. She had out at home plate and also I think at third base too. I mean, how huge is that for the team?
Yeah, I mean, for us defensively this year, she has really been the stabilizing force. She's had at least 5 to 6 plays at the plate in which she's negated a run. So she's just she tracks down the ball nicely out in the outfield, and her arm strength is tremendous, and her accuracy has really come through this year.
And we saw Hannah come in there after pitching game 2 there. Game 3, she had 11 straight batters, like nothing, no problem there. Talk about her development now as a pitcher at this point of the year.
Yeah, well, I'm hoping that Sunday's performance shows up this weekend instead of Saturday's. Hannah, we're still young in the circle. I mean, yes, they pitched all of last year, but they're still sophomores, and for them to kind of continue with that growth and for her to kind of build upon it. We've worked really hard this week. The girls are pretty sore right now, but we've worked really hard defensively. We've done some things with our short game, because our short game is another part of our game that we failed to really execute this past weekend. And then pitching-wise, we've worked really hard on getting ahead of batters and then kind of finishing off batters when we're ahead of the count.
Talk about also some of the emergence as far as the new fresh faces on the team. Any freshmen out there standing out right now for you?
Yeah, I mean, we have a couple of kids. Kira Willis has done great for us all season long. She's come in and battled, nicely. Liza got some innings this weekend at second base. Another kid that, with some development, I think is going to be fantastic. But we have a lot of returners, and that's the thing. We're young, but, a lot of our kids are returning from last year. So, Keisha, although she's not a freshman, again, it has, gotten some good innings for us, had a couple good wins for us, and we'll just continue working.
Also this weekend is the Strikeout Cancer Weekend promotion-wise. Talk about some of the memorable moments from that last year for this team.
In regards to the Strikeout Cancer? Yeah. So last year we did a Locks for Love event in which Kylie Shea and Diane Runge organized last year, and we had well over 15 people part of our teams, a couple people from Boise State's team and in our community donate their hair, which was just a very memorable moment. I think last year it touched a lot of people's hearts. Obviously Coach Pick is a cancer survivor, and I think we've all been touched by somebody who's either battling cancer. I have my godmother that's battling cancer right now, and I think it's something that all hits home for everybody, and so it's important for us to continue to shine light on this issue, and for us to keep battling and fighting, and I think it's going to be an exciting weekend.
Can you just talk about Utah State? What do you know about them?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have really bounced back from last year. They've got a new coaching staff, new energy. They're swinging the bat a little bit better this year. And I think, in the circle they have a pitcher that's coming off. She's a Mountain West Pitcher of the Week this past week. So I think it's going to be important for us to stick to our game plan, stick to, taking aggressive pitches at pitches in the zone and not chasing anything, and then making sure we're continuing to put pressure on the defense.
And you've played a lot of big games, you played a lot on the road. What it'll be like, come back home, get home after a conference series on the road?
Yeah, I mean, coming back home is always something we look forward to. We play, fantastic here. Our fan support is just tremendous. If we could just, travel with them always, we'd be okay. So it's nice to come back home. It's nice to open up conference at home and really, to build upon kind of the things that we did this past weekend and continue to get better. I'm very excited for this weekend and confident that we're gonna be okay.
And getting into conference play, I know last weekend was, first series, kind of warming back into it. What'll be an adjustment you guys have to make, if any, from regular non-conference games into conference play?
Well, I think conference games, there's always that familiarity with your opponent, and so they have 3-game series. I mean, Utah State, we only played them once last year because they're new to our conference, but they know our hitters, they know our pitchers. There's a lot of familiarity with conference teams, and for us just to go out and play our game and make those adjustments quicker. You're going to have to make those adjustments quicker because they're going to come out just like we are with the plan of attack, and for us to be able to kind of capitalize on little things and for us to be able to make adjustments quickly.
Who's playing tomorrow?
We'll